In the intricate web of human relationships, the connection you share with someone can often be laden with unseen complexities, invisible to the naked eye but deeply felt within the heart. Today, a powerful message is resonating from your angels, reaching you with profound clarity. This message speaks of a particular person in your life, someone who is currently caught in a deep emotional struggle. Their inner conflict is not just a simple dilemma, but a battle between their mind and heart, a battle for dominance that has left them searching for answers, direction, and, above all, a sense of peace. What they are seeking is your help, but not in the way you might traditionally offer it. The challenge they face stems from their feelings about your relationship, which has brought them to a significant turning point in their life. This person is navigating a storm within themselves, struggling to decide between the powerful emotions that pull at their heart and the logic that tugs at their mind. This inner turmoil doesn't only speak to their personal journey, but also sheds light on the evolving nature of your connection. It's as if suddenly, they are beginning to see facets of your relationship that were once obscured. These realizations are shaking the foundations of their thoughts and feelings, forcing them to confront truths that have always lingered in the background but were never fully understood. In this moment, they stand at a crossroads, not entirely sure of which direction to take. On one hand, their heart yearns to follow its desires, while on the other, their mind tells them to be rational, practical, and cautious. This ongoing push and pull is intense, and it's one of the reasons why you may have noticed some distance or silence from them lately. Their absence is not due to a lack of care or thoughtfulness, but rather because they are deeply immersed in the process of seeking clarity. They are wrestling with their emotions, trying to make sense of them, and it's likely that they've turned to an external source, perhaps a friend or advisor, who is helping them approach the situation from a more detached, logical standpoint. This person in their life, who is guiding them through their decision-making process, represents a stark contrast to you. Where you might bring warmth, emotional understanding, and compassion to the table, this individual offers a cold, logical perspective that seems to be exactly what your person feels they need right now. They aren't looking for someone to validate their emotions or to affirm what their heart is telling them. Instead, they are craving a clear, unbiased, and analytical view of the situation. This external influence may seem distant or even impersonal, but from their perspective, it's what they believe will help them gain the understanding they so desperately seek. At the heart of this struggle lies the duality between emotion and reason, a tension that is ever present within them. Every time they try to lean into their logical side, reminding themselves of the practicalities and the need to be level-headed, their heart rises up, bringing with it a wave of feelings that cannot be easily dismissed. And when they attempt to allow their emotions to lead the way, their mind intervenes, pulling them back into the realm of caution and reason. This back-and-forth dynamic is exhausting for them, and it's shaping how they perceive not only themselves but also the connection they share with you. Right now, they are searching for a sign, something that will help them navigate this storm. Their introspection is deep, and they are trying to understand the true purpose of your relationship on a more profound level. There is a need for honesty and sincerity in their process, as they yearn for a clear and objective view of your connection. The advice they are seeking from others is driven by this desire for clarity, and they hope that through this external perspective, they might find the answers that have eluded them so far. Interestingly, the person they have turned to for guidance is vastly different from you. This individual brings a detached, rational approach to the table, which aligns with the kind of clarity your person believes they need at this time. While it might feel cold or unfeeling, it's important to understand that they are not seeking emotional validation. They don't want to be swayed by the deep emotions that already consume them. Instead, they are searching for a logical pathway forward, something that will provide them with the peace of mind they crave. If you've been wondering how they feel about you during this period of silence, know that their distance is not a reflection of disinterest. Rather, it's a reflection of their need to process everything more analytically. They are distancing themselves from their emotions so they can examine the situation more clearly. The weight of their internal conflict is heavy, so much so that it's likely keeping them up at night. Sleeplessness, mental exhaustion, and emotional repression are all taking their toll on them, manifesting in ways that affect not only their mental state but also their physical well-being. They are struggling to articulate what they feel, and in this struggle, they have sought external validation to help guide them through the fog. This need for external clarity, however, goes beyond the opinions of others. Even though they may be consulting someone outside of your relationship, their deeper quest for understanding is rooted in something more intrinsic. They spend a great deal of time thinking about you, yet there's also a strong sense of avoidance. It's as if the connection feels too intense, too consuming, and their instinct is to pull back in an effort to regain control. This might be why you've noticed a certain coldness or distance from them. On the surface, it may appear as though they are withdrawing, but beneath that exterior lies a turbulent sea of emotions that they are struggling to keep at bay. You may even be experiencing a similar sense of confusion, feeling as though they are sending mixed signals. At times, you might sense their energy pulling closer, drawing you in, only for them to suddenly retreat again, creating a disorienting dance between connection and distance. This behavior is a direct reflection of the conflict they are experiencing internally. They are attempting to balance their emotions with their logic, and as a result, their actions toward you can appear inconsistent or confusing. During the day, they may manage to distract themselves with work or other responsibilities, but it's at night, in the quiet hours, that their thoughts of you become overwhelming. Their emotions, which they've worked so hard to suppress, come flooding to the surface, leaving them restless and unable to sleep. This is when the intensity of their connection to you is felt most strongly. Even in their dreams, you occupy their thoughts, a clear indication of the deep subconscious link that binds you both. This nightly introspection is leading them to question the very nature of your relationship. They are starting to see the depth of your bond in ways they hadn't previously understood. The realization that this connection is more significant than they once believed is both exhilarating and terrifying for them. Their natural instinct is to lean into logic to regain a sense of control, but they are finding it increasingly difficult to do so. The intensity of their feelings for you keeps creeping back in, preventing them from finding the peace of mind they so desperately seek. If you too have been experiencing sleepless nights or finding yourself frequently thinking about them, it's likely because you are picking up on their energy. The connection you share is strong, transcending physical boundaries and reaching into the realm of the subconscious. It's possible that you've even been experiencing similar dreams or overwhelming thoughts about them, reflecting the deep bond that ties you together. They are fully aware of this connection, and it's causing them to be even more cautious in how they proceed. The weight of your relationship is heavy on their mind, and they are doing everything they can to make sense of it. They are questioning what this bond means for both of you and what the future holds. The distance they've created is not a sign of disinterest, but rather a necessary step for them to gain the clarity they need. They believe that in order to make the right decisions moving forward, they must first clear away the emotional fog that clouds their judgment. From your perspective, their actions might seem cold or detached, but these behaviors are simply a reflection of the inner turmoil they are experiencing. They are trying to see things from a different vantage point, to understand your relationship from a more logical, detached place. They've sought out someone who can provide them with this type of guidance because they know that, right now, their emotions are too overwhelming to offer them the clarity they need. They are likely losing sleep over this situation, but they see it as part of their journey. They are on a path of understanding, trying to balance their emotions with their need for logic, and this is no easy task. They are being pulled in multiple directions, and they are struggling to find a way to bring everything into harmony. You might also be feeling this energy, this restlessness that seems to hover around your connection, creating a sense of anticipation as if something is about to shift. they feel it too. This duality of emotions, the tension between love and logic, makes everything feel heightened, more intense than ever before. They may not always have the right words to explain what they're going through, but know that their thoughts and feelings about you run deep. The journey that you are both on is one of growth, challenge, and self-discovery. It's not an easy path, and there will be moments when both of you feel misunderstood or frustrated by the lack of clarity. But through this process, you are both learning more about yourselves and each other. You are being pushed to confront the complexities of love, emotion, and logic, finding ways to navigate the often tumultuous waters of your connection. At times, you may feel as though you can almost read each other's minds, knowing exactly what the other is thinking or feeling. And then there are moments where the distance feels so vast that it's as if you are strangers. This is the nature of your bond. It is constantly evolving, shifting, and challenging you both to grow. The periods of silence or distance are not signs of failure or the end of your connection, but rather opportunities for healing and introspection. It's a time for both of you to reflect on what you truly want and need from this relationship, to align your feelings with each other's, and to better understand the depths of your bond. As you navigate this period of introspection, healing, and growth, it's important to recognize that you are both on a parallel journey. You may not always see things the same way, but you are mirroring each other's emotions and actions in ways that reveal what needs to be acknowledged and healed. The intensity of this connection can be overwhelming, but it is also what makes it so profound and transformative.